You gonna see the big dog. Another quotable is like everybody thinks they the man until the man walks in the room.
Ooh.
You think you're doing something until you meet somebody who's really doing something. Now you check yourself. All right, I gotta go harder. It's time. This is another episode of Execution Szn with my boy Rob Woods. It's been a little minute since we linked up, man. So today we in Harlem. I'm gonna be talking to Robert Woods III about where we at in our goals. It's a lot has happened since we last checked in. So I'm looking forward to catching up with Rob, seeing where he's at, and seeing where this conversation goes. We are live. Blessings. Bro, it's been a minute. It's been over a month, and so much has happened in that month, bro. During the meeting last time, I was telling you I was going to go to the Black Enterprise Conference, the entrepreneurship conference.
That was fire.
I went to it.
Yes.
Yeah. I found a lot of value in it just because I was in a room with so many people who were like-minded and so many millionaires. And it was just casual. One of the keynote speakers just like, put your hand up if you're a millionaire. Bro, a lot of people put their hand up. Very inspirational, and they were all black, all entrepreneurs. I met some great contacts there that I'm still in contact with. I think that showed me the importance of surrounding yourself with the community that you're inspired by and keeping those check-ins, because there are people doing what you want to do, there are people living the way you want to live, and you just have to know that it's tangible. So I thought that was really important. That was my main takeaway from the Black Enterprise Conference. So.
What's your life like right now?
I'm excited to say, I think our last conversation, I was talking about getting ready for my first client in the travel business.
Yes.
I actually booked my first trip. I went through the process of like, what is it like to set up this trip for a client? What is it like to do this paperwork and have the executives approve it and things of that nature? So that went off well. He was satisfied with the product that I gave him, so that lets me know that I'm moving in the right direction. This episode is sponsored by Immaculate Travel Worldwide. Y'all probably think, man, Story King Brent is always on a flight somewhere. He's always traveling. How does he get to do that? What in the world is he doing? Does he have a plug? What's going on? I'm answering all of those questions. Just DM me at Story King Brent or DM at immaculatetravel.ww. I'm gonna give you the codes. I'm gonna give you the keys to the matrix, man. I'm sharing all of my resources with you. So if you wanna find out about how to travel like Story King Brent and make moves and bust moves here and there, just DM me and we're gonna get into it. Tell me about the refi and everything that's going on. I know we was expecting some big, I don't wanna say.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think my vision has definitely grown. Bro, the whole refi thing, I learned a little bit more about it within the last month. So I'm acquiring an assisted living business. It's gonna be 18 beds for $1 million. But the thing is, I was like, I know the value of the real estate is $2 million, but with an SBA loan, you can only refi after you've owned the business for 36 months.
Okay.
So I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
So now I'm looking more into a commercial equity line of credit, same as like a home equity line of credit.
Okay.
And so some lenders, they'll require for you to own it 36 months still, but some lenders have different requirements, such as like you have to own it for 6 months or something like that. So I'm going through that process because essentially the 18 beds is going to allow me to get another facility that is 63 beds. And so with that strategy, bro, I'm trying to get to, I haven't said this out loud.
Say it out loud, make it real.
But the goal within the next 24 to 36 months is 1,000 beds. And then for my lifetime, 100,000 beds.
Man, that is powerful.
Yeah.
Talk to us about what is a bed. What does that mean?
Oh, so a resident. So yeah, typically the average in America is between $3,000 and $4,000 per bed. But in the market that I'm focusing on right now, they're about $2,000 to $3,000 a bed. But the real play though is telehealth. So with telehealth, for instance, you can charge the insurance company $150 per visit, but the copay would be like $40. So what I'll do is I'll have every single resident will have a weekly telehealth appointment. So 4, and then so that's $600. And so 600 times 1,000, times 12.
Y'all do the math on that.
Yeah, we could do the math on that. But
is exciting.
When we talk about valuation, though, telehealth is on a 20x revenue multiple. So before expenses, so every single dollar is $20, and so I really want to get to the $100 million valuation mark within the next 5 years, and so.
Yes.
But we gotta keep moving.
Man. Yo, when you say you lay out your groundwork and your plan, it's always so grandiose, man. We talking about Rolls Royces, 100,000 beds. Oh my gosh, man, it's so inspiring, bro. Like, and that's why I love talking to you, because once we make these things real, you speak about it and you write it down and you're working towards it, like. It's so exciting what the future holds, man. And if our best days aren't ahead of us, what's the point? You know?
You gotta go hard.
Want to book Rob's legendary coaching session, one-on-ones? Make sure you DM him. At the bottom of the screen, I'm gonna have his information. Contact Rob for his legendary coaching one-on-one sessions. This is an episode of Execution Szn featuring Rob Woods, Story King Brent. Like it reminds me of a conversation I was having with one of my mentors. And I was telling him my plans and stuff like that. He was just like, yo, you're not thinking big enough. Oof. I'm just like, man, I needed that. I needed to hear that. Because some people would hear that and they would get discouraged, but some people would hear that and get inspired. I always think about that Puff quote, and he was like, I don't post these stunt videos for the haters. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna do that anyway. I post this for the ones who's sitting there and they're gonna get inspired to go get it too. And he said I wasn't thinking big enough. I'm like, no, you're right. And then I had another conversation with a guy. There's a restaurant on my block, and I just come in there. I talk to the owner and some of the patrons sometimes. And we were just having a conversation real late at night. We were talking about like, different travels, different countries, and things like that. And he brought up his trip to Brazil, and I was saying like, yeah, I've been meaning to get to Brazil. Ooh. I asked him, I was like, how much time you think I should spend in Brazil? This man said, forget time. He was like, why would you put a limit on it? He was like, just go there, go to a beach and, think about it. That resonated with me for so many reasons. One, because his mindset was so limitless. Forget time? That's what type of statement, what type of life are you living that's possible? And then why isn't it possible? Why am I putting a limit on how long I should spend in Brazil? Why is that my first thought? Yeah, I want to go to Brazil, but how long can I stay? Why am I limiting myself? And that's with anything. You know what I mean? That's literally with anything. Why do we put limits on anything? So that I might have thought too deep into his statement. Maybe he didn't mean it like that, but that's how I received it. It's like, yo, let's stop putting limits on everything, man. Just go to Brazil. Just go.
No limit. Buy one way.
Right. Literally.
Dog. So when we talk about
time, I was blown away.
That's crazy.
I was blown away. So that, and combined with the thinking bigger with my mentor, all of those conversations combined, it was a lot of motivation.
Ugh, golly. Bro, like, I had the same thing happen to me. Similar thing happened to me. I had this big idea, what I thought was big. I was like, I just want to build fourplexes for veterans. And when I told this whenever I talk about billionaires, I say Billy Boy. Okay. But when this dude was he's B level. And he said, Robert, if you never...
Hold on, you have conversations with billionaires?
Yeah.
You're different, bro. You're different, bro. Keep going. Wow.
But he said, if you ever listen to anything I ever say, listen to this. Think bigger.
Yes.
And then, thing is, I spoke to him about that 3-4 years later, and I told him with the same gravity. I was like, man, you don't know how much it's meant to me. And he was like, I said that?
Because it's normal to him. It's normal to him.
It's normal, man.
There's a great book that I read years back called The Magic of Thinking Big.
Okay.
I would check that out too. I thought that expanded my mindset, but clearly not. But that's why it's important to talk to people that are levels above you, because you may think you're at a certain place, but you need that check. You ain't paying chess, you need that check. You go see the big dog. Another quotable is like everybody thinks they the man until the man walks in the room.
Ooh.
You think you're doing something until you meet somebody who's really doing something. Now you check yourself. All right, I gotta go harder. It's time.
Do you ever find yourself becoming afraid of something or being like, I don't know, like what's scaring you right now?
I catch myself, bro. The spirit of procrastination and hesitancy runs in my family. I see it, through my parents. It's not a knock against what I'm saying to them or anything like that, but I remember growing up when the whole family would be in the car and somebody would be like, where you guys want to go eat at? And everybody kind of looks around at everybody. Nobody speaks up, you know what I mean? And nobody wants to actually make a decision. So that's why forcing myself to decide, and then the whole mantra of deciding to finish really hits close home to me. Because it's just like, yo, put your foot down, make something happen. Because it's easy to just sit back and kind of take a back seat to things. But sometimes you have to aggressively go in the direction of where you're headed, because if you don't put some urgency behind it, it's not gonna happen.
Last week, I really appreciated the fact that you said that you were like, yo, I saw the fact that you made more videos last week.
I like that. Inspirational.
Man, but it was crazy because days ago I spoke to somebody that was like, you need to chill on that. You need to stop doing that on YouTube.
Right.
Because you have to focus on this assisted living thing. And I feel that. I am going to focus.
I do. I feel that. But man, and this is just how I feel. I can't talk for everybody.
Yeah.
But I know when I go to sleep at night, and maybe this is just the overachiever in me or anything like that, but I know I could have did more with my day. You know what I mean? I could have not scrolled on social media a little bit, got something else done. And I'm not saying that we have to work 24/7, because that's not realistic, but I know that I have the capacity for more. So if you're working at your 100% capacity, cool. Be satisfied with that. Only we can answer if we can go harder or not. I know I can go harder. I'm not going hard enough.
That's crazy, bro.
So you can answer that for yourself, but I was saying that in regards to him saying that you need to stop and focus and things like that.
Yeah.
We're dynamic individuals, bro.
Right.
Like we have the capacity for a lot, and we can push ourselves further than we can even imagine.
That's like that thing that Jay-Z said. It was just like, we're not inflicted with that disease. We don't just do one thing.
Right.
And that's why, like, I hate it when people try to put me in a box, because it's like, just because you don't understand it, that doesn't mean I need to stop.
Right. It's trial and error, right?
True.
I mean, it doesn't matter what we do. We're gonna look corny to somebody. As long as you can look at yourself in the mirror, real. That's all that matters, bro. Because somebody's gonna hate on something, and some people just not on the same mindset as you. It might resonate with somebody, and it might be whack to somebody.
Right.
As long as it's authentic to you,
right.
I think that's the only thing you should be worried about at this point, bro.
That's real. Did you fear? I don't think you fear much.
That's a lot. I do. My inaction is fear. It's a form of fear.
Okay.
Hesitating to do something, or you're procrastinating to do something, to me, the way I interpret it, that may be my version of fear.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that I'm procrastinating on this, the fact that I won't sit down and get this done, I'm scared of it. Whether it's a fear of flying or a fear of failing. I do believe that procrastinating and pushing things off and not executing is a form of fear. And, I do suffer from that. I have to force myself to not do that,
That's real.
Deciding to finish holds a special place in my heart because of that.
Gosh,
that's why it's a whole mantra,
bro. Like, your whole movement is it's a movement.
Right.
The most courageous people are the ones that operate with the most fear, because they almost have to.
Yep. People who accomplish great things are so far on the edge, they bring everybody else with them, because they're almost in a lunatic state of aggression towards their goals. So it's just like, if Michael Jordan is going that hard at practice every day, his will to win, Kobe Bryant, whoever you want to put in these shoes, well, just those two actually.
Yeah.
But if they're going this hard, Ron Harper and Steve Kerr you know, they might not be as talented as Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
But every ounce of talent and willpower they have is going to be used because they're inspired by their leader, who is miles ahead and determined to a point that you can never even imagine. So Michael Jordan has to be on 120% for me to even be on 40%. As a leader, you know, to whatever or whoever it may be, the leader has to be almost obsessive with conquering their goal if they want to inspire their team to even be at their mid to medium capacity. Because if you don't care, why would I care?
Facts.
You set the tone. You set the tone. And to set that tone, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Gotta go. Stupid.
You gotta go.
Hard. Yeah, man.
We gotta put ourselves in those places. We're those people. We have to put ourselves in that place, in that position.
Hit the bullseye on that. But I'm actually afraid of flying a lot of times because
I think we all are, bro.
I just don't want to like miss the calls or stay up too late and miss the movies and no dinner dates, like, you know, stuff that, you know, when people matter to you, you don't want them to feel neglected.
1000%.
But you gotta go hard.
Yeah.
It's like when Mike was like, he was teary-eyed saying, if you don't want to play that way, don't play that way.
That was heavy. That was heavy to me. That was because it's so real. Sacrifices have to be made. We're only human. Fortunately, unfortunately. So it's like we got 24 hours in the day.
Right.
We can't invent more time.
Cherish it.
It's like you have to balance the connection with your loved ones, and you have to dedicate yourself to the purpose, man. I don't have the answers on how you can do that. That's why we talk to the people that are more, you know, further along on the journey than we are. You know, hopefully they can give us some gems, but I do know that we're gonna figure it out by trying. I do.
So, if there was one thing that you feel like you're about to do, or you would urge someone else to do after watching this, what would that thing be?
Decide to finish.
Decide to finish.
You got something in your head. You got an idea. Everybody has an idea in their head. Whatever that idea may be, you've been thinking about it a long time. You've been asking somebody else for their validation. Yo, what do you think about this? I should do this. Man, I probably could X, Y, Z. Why don't you just do it? Stop thinking about it. Stop reading about it. Stop researching it. Stop considering it. What would happen if you just did it, and not only did it, you decided to finish it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just set a goal. You know, use the SMART tactics, the SMART, measurable, actionable, you know, whatever the other 2 points are. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the screen. But like, get it done. Promise something to yourself. Fulfill the promise. You know, decide to finish.
Damn.
I'm really trying to embody that from top to bottom, bro. Because I just feel like everything we could ever want is on the other side of that decision. You know?
That's heavy.
What about you, bro?
I would say take the next step. Like, I think no matter how long it takes, as long as you take one impactful step every single day, in a year, you're looking at a totally different life.
Yes.
When I transitioned out of the Air Force, I remember sitting back here because when I would drink, I would smoke Black and Mild, so I would stand back here, but I would think to myself like, shit, I finally made it to New York.
Yeah.
I came from Mississippi where I was treated differently, and I'm here now.
That's deep.
And within 6 months, I tripled my income. After
That's
I touched
a fire
down.
video that you put out too.
Oh yeah, appreciate that, bro. And then I was just like, my life is different now, like. But it was just because every single day I took one step. I talked to this one person. I did that one thing. I filled out that application. Like, one thing. And that's what I would say. Take the next step.
Take the next step. I love it.
All right.
Man, this was an incredible conversation,
Good combo, bro.
It's been way too long since our last one.
Yeah, man.
I'm very excited for our next check-in.
Me too,
I'm very
bro.
excited.
It's
continue to lock
levels
in.
every single time.
Levels every single time, man. That's why I love talking with you, and we hold each other accountable, we lift each other up, and there's power in community, there's power in brotherhood. You know, I just appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you too, man. You inspire me in a lot of different ways. So We just gonna keep it going.
So, I like that, man.
My guy.
Till next time, brother.
Till next time.
Let's get it. Man, so I want to give y'all a chance to connect with me on a very special level. Not Instagram, not social media, anything. I really want to give y'all my phone number. Y'all can text me directly at 708-578-7571. That's my number. It's really me, but it's only one thing. When you text that number, you can text your name, whatever you want to do. You have to make sure that you fill out the link. Fill out the link, and then when you text it, it's really gonna be me. I'm gonna be giving you special updates on special guests. For instance, when we had Snooki in the factory, the people that was on my text list, they knew about it first. I got somebody else coming real soon. I'm not gonna put the name out, but if you join my VIP text list, you'll be in tune with everything before everybody else. So look, 708-578-7571. Text your name there. Make sure you fill out the link, and then you got full access to Story King Brent. Appreciate y'all.